All right, everybody, and we are moving. And welcome to our scenic railroad. Before we get started, I want everybody to look to the very front of the train. You will see a lady in a green shirt waving her arm. Her name is Nicole. Everybody say, hey, Nicole. All right, and if you look to the very back, you will see a lady in an orange shirt. My name is Erica, also the voice. Hello, everybody. All right. Before we get started with our super fun train stuff, I have to go over safety rules, and that is Nicole's fault. Everybody say boo. Boo, Nicole. But it's all right because she's just trying to keep us safe. So our very first rule is while the train is in motion, everybody please remain seated. Our second rule is while the train is in motion, please keep all personal belongings and body parts inside the train car at all times. Please note that this train cannot and will not stop to retrieve any dropped items. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. If you drop your iPhone 11 Pro Max out the window, it is gone forever. We will not stop to retrieve it. And finally, the very last rule for the health, safety, and comfort of all, smoking is strictly prohibited. The 3 rules are to stay seated, which you guys are doing perfectly. No stopping, and no smoking. All right, now that we have gotten the super boring stuff out of the way, by a show of hands, who has done our train before? Anybody? All right, well, welcome back, and to all the new people, welcome aboard. Here on the railroad, we have a very specific way of letting the engineers know that we are ready to go. We like to say, all aboard. So on the count of 3, I want to hear your loudest, most energetic, all aboard. All right, everybody, 1, 2, 3. Wow, that was lame. We can do better than that. Ladies and gentlemen, I said I wanted to hear your loudest, most energetic all aboard. All right, everybody, 1, 2, 3. Wow, I'm impressed. Well, ladies and gentlemen, now that we have gotten that out of the way, we can start our adventure, but hold on, my phone is ringing in my pocket. I think Little Red Riding Hood might be trying to reach me. You guys, let me try to see what's going on here. Just give me 1 second. And maybe we can put her on FaceTime on the screen. Terrible connection on the mountain, I tell you.
When it's raining, when it's pouring, you can bet Little Red Riding Hood is reporting.
Good evening, and welcome aboard another edition of Little Red Riding Hood Storm Chaser. We should be in for an exciting night, folks, so let's not waste any time and get right to our little red eye in the sky. You'll see specifically what I'm talking about. You're now looking at our little red eye in the sky. Our new state-of-the-art map and weather simulator. It's from like a million miles in outer space. If you go ahead and focus in on this area right here, Jack. You'll see a very large approaching weather system. It's moving northwest with possible rain, possible lightning, lots of wind, and it's moving across Stone Mountain Summit, and it's going to keep moving northwest. Oh, I'm told this event has already got some of our fairy tale friends on the run. Let's go to our Little Red emergency line where we have Grandmother reporting live on the scene. Grandmother.
Thank you, my dear.
Yes.
A number of eyewitnesses are now reporting sightings of 3 pigs who boarded a train for a calm, soothing ride around the map. They hadn't traveled far before their relaxing jaunt was ambushed by something truly terrifying. Now these 3 innocent swine citizens are rapidly barreling down the tracks around Stone Mountain while the strange storm follows close behind. As the chase covers more and more ground, other citizens of Pumpkin Fest are starting to feel its wrath. This young lady from Kansas said that she came to town to enjoy the festivities. Instead, she found her night at her friend's home turned upside down. As you can see from our little red eye in the sky, these 3 pigs and their express train are just desperately trying to stay in front of the storm that's becoming a big bad menace. Back to you, Red.
So far, it seems to be keeping up with them. Scary stuff. We'll keep updating you on the story as it develops. For now, let's throw it back to your friendly neighborhood conductor. You're watching Little Red Riding Hood, Storm Chaser.
Oh man, you guys, it sounds like a pretty nasty storm is incoming on our train trip today. I hope it doesn't ruin anything. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll distract our brains off of that. We're going to talk about the walk-up trail. Speaking of which, we are passing right now. Everybody wave to the people on the walk-up trail. Hello! You guys wish you were on our super cool train, but you're not. Alright. Speaking of our walk-up trail, did you know that it is a mile hike from here to the top? And given the elevation, it takes around 30 to 60 minutes to make the trek. On a clear day, you can see roughly 60 miles off the top of the mountain. And that is enough to see the Atlanta skyline and parts of the Appalachian Mountains. Another fun fact is that you can take our sky ride if you don't want to hike up. Our sky ride takes 60 people 825 feet in the air and completes its ascent in just 3 minutes. And it takes about 3 minutes to go back down, so round trip takes about 6 minutes. Some of you guys are staring at those beautiful yellow flowers. Those are the yellow daisies. A fun fact about those flowers, they are native to Stone Mountain. They only grow within a 60-mile radius of the park and also the city of Stone Mountain. And that's why we have the Yellow Daisy Festival every single year. They're quite beautiful. Update.
Welcome back to Little Red Riding Hood, Storm Chaser. We're coming to you live with an update on the Three Little Pigs and the ongoing weather event that seems to be stalking them around the railroad tracks of Stone Mountain Park. Now, calling in now on the Little Red Emergency Line is our on-site reporter, Grandmother. Grandmother, are you there?
I'm here, my dear.
Now, you said you had an update for us on this weather event?
Well, actually, my dear, my information isn't about the storm as much as it's about the potential destination of these piglets.
Go on.
I've been able to confirm through a number of sources that these pigs seem to be making their way home. If you look now at our little red eye in the sky, you'll notice that the three little pigs and their express train are currently headed straight for Pebble Ridge, which is, of course, where the three siblings keep their homes.
Oh, I see.
So one of them has a house made of bricks, one of them has a house made of sticks, and then another one has a house made of straw.
Like drinking straws?
No, like hay straw.
That does not seem very sturdy.
With the way this weather event has been huffing and puffing, we might find out just how strong each of these houses are.
I'm sure you're right, Grandmother. We'll be back here on Little Red Riding Hood, Storm Chaser. For now, let's throw it back to everyone's favorite neighborhood crafty conductor.
And that would be I, your neighborhood friendly conductor. Seems like the three little pigs are in a little bit of danger, and hopefully us as well, but we're going to pass right through it going on our super fast train. Speaking of our train, did you know right now we are moving a smooth 15 miles per hour? But did you know that this train's top speed is 90 miles per hour? Somebody show of hands and some noise who wants to crank it up to 90 right now, yeah? Alright, everybody look down to your right and put on your seatbelts. Just kidding. There's no seatbelts. But ladies and gentlemen, if we did go 90 miles per hour, it would be crazy unsafe. And our trip would be over in just 3 minutes. And that is not enough time to enjoy the sights around us here at Stone Mountain Park, or to help our friends that are around the park. But as we move through this deeply wooded area, I'm going to talk about a man named Elias Noor. Elias Noor was known as the old man of the mountain, and it said throughout his life he rescued 36 different people who had fallen or even got stuck on the mountain. He performed his very first rescue at the tender age of 13 years old in the year 1927. But as Elias got older, he became interested in daredevil stunts. So one day in the year 1933, Elias said, hey, you know what? I want to put a Model T Ford on top of the mountain. I am going to set it on fire, and I will drive it off the top. And he survived. He was also known for participating in suicide derbies frequently. You guys are probably wondering, Erica and Nicole, what in the world is a suicide derby? A suicide derby is a race where the men of Stone Mountain would race down the steep side, 5 foot, with no harness, with no picks, and would rappel down with rope to see who could make it down the fastest in one piece. Elias won his very first race with a time of 4 minutes and 17 seconds. He was quite the madman. The craziest part about the madman is that after all of his stunts, much like some of our people on our train, which I must remind you, you must remain seated while the train is in motion. And just as he did daredevil stunts, he spent a lot of time on the mountain. And after spending so much time on the mountain, the city still said, you know what? We need a chief of safety. People keep falling off the top. People keep participating in daredevil stunts. So they said, you know what? Let's go get the riskiest guy of all. They made Elias Knorr the chief of safety. And he held that position until his elder years. And, oh, excuse me guys, I'm getting another update. Let me just go ahead and put a little red on the screen. I think we're having some issues. Hold on.
And welcome back to Little Red Riding Hood Storm Chaser. Now we have a couple of potentially major developments in the weather event making its way around Stone Mountain Park. Before we go to our roving reporter grandmother, let's have a look at our Little Red Eye in the Sky for an update on the location of the 3 pigs and the Weatherway Express. Now, as you can see, this weather event is hot on their trail, and it seems to be taking on a familiar shape as it continues to pursue the pigs around the mountain. One thing is for certain, though, as this chase covers more ground, some of our other fairy tale friends have fallen victim to this storm. So let's take it back to Grandmother on the Little Red Emergency Line for more details.
I'm here live with a family of bears who in just a huff and puff saw their entire house blown in. I'm here with Mama Bear, Papa Bear, and Baby Bear. And according to them, this weather event isn't a storm front at all. Is that right, sir?
Listen, we've seen a lot of things around these woods. Stolen porridge, blonde ladies who just enter your house without knocking. You name it, we've seen it. And that's no storm front, it's a wolf.
You're sure?
Definitely, we all saw it.
There you have it, my dear. Eyewitness reports that this weather event is actually a big bad wolf. Let's hope these 3 little pigs have had time to come up with a way to protect their homes. Right, my dear? Little Red? Red, are you there, my dear?
Little Red Riding Hood, Storm Chaser. We'll be right back.
Alright, you guys, it seems that we have to be on the lookout because we do have a wolf on the loose. But as we pull into Pebble Ridge, everybody, please remain seated until the train has come to a complete stop. Once the show has begun, you may be able to stand, but you may not exit the train. And for safety and social distancing, please do not cross into other people's areas, but take as many photos and videos as you like. Make sure to interact with everybody that is involved with the show, not on our train. And once again, there's no exiting the train. Once the show is over and our train is back in motion, I will give you the signal to sit down and hear that large train horn, and we'll be back on our way.
you two doing out here? I told you two to get back and get in here.
And we told you to keep your snout in your own business.
Yeah, we got our own homes to hide in.
But that's not the plan. Hey, how you doing? Introduction. My name is Mason. Right over here we got Woody.
Hello, yes.
And this is Samson.
Because I'm so strong.
Because our parents appreciated irony.
Look, he's getting closer.
All right, don't worry. We still got a couple minutes.
Alright, then we can move all our stuff into my house.
No, actually.
This is a pumpkin fest. Lend me your ears, and let me present to you this miracle of natural and rustic architecture. It's stylish, it's roomy, it smells like the lumber section of Home Depot.
No, gross. What are we, termites? No, we are classy, we are gentle, we are refined. We are pigs. Now, my house is made of straw. It is light as a feather. And I just upgraded to Hulu Plus.
Really? Hulu Plus? No commercials?
Oh, no
Nice. But none of that means anything if we get blown away by a wolf.
Oh, he won't blow us away.
No, and no, okay? We don't have time. In fact, all of this time we've been arguing, we should have been practicing. Can we please get into our positions?
Hey, you could use them.
Oh, yes, Mason, you could use that.
You know what? That's actually a good idea.
Oh, well, thank you.
Thank you. For what? It was my idea.
Shut your snout, pig, like the big pigs are
Oh,
working.
don't you
All
start
right.
Spread
Spread out. You know what? Maybe you mammals can help us out. See, here's the thing. We are expecting the arrival of the big bad wolf. And, yes, since you're here, maybe you guys can help us out. Let's see, what could we do? We have
Oh, Mason, they could be bait.
bait.
Yes.
That's what you said.
Yes.
These are nice people. They're not going to be bait. Okay. I know you could be an alarm system.
Oh, but Mason, we already got the alarm system.
It works fine if you ask me.
Okay. Battle stations!
You got it.
What are you doing? You're staying here with me. I do not need two little piggies going wee, and leaving me here with no backup. Okay, folks, this is what's going to happen. The wolf will approach.
Wait, now?
No, not now.
No, I'm not ready to go.
No, not now. Now, the wolf will approach from this direction because it is a scientific fact of nature that all wolves approach from the right, or in your case, the left. Now, once the wolf approaches, the first thing that's going to happen is the wolf is going to trip the can alarm. After that, we are going to need you guys to be our secondary alarm system. So what we need you to do is come up with some kind of sound, some kind of distinctive sound that will serve as an alarm that will let us know.
Mason, I got it.
What?
They could be chickens, right?
You know what? I think between you and Woody, we have enough chickens around here. Okay, does anyone on the train here have an idea, a suggestion, excuse me, on a sound that you guys could make?
You guys make a noise.
Oh, I like that. I like that. Good. I like that. Who made that sound? Just yell out your name.
What's your name? Carla.
Carla. Thank you, Carla. Very good. I like that. Okay, so when you see the wolf come over here, you're gonna go. Okay. Let's try it all together. I want you to see how it goes. Here we go. We're gonna try it on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Mason, that's not going to be loud enough. We're going to be inside a brick building.
He's right, you know. Could we try it again, but louder? Here we go. On 3. 1, 2, 3. He's getting there. He's getting there. One more time, loud as you can. 1, 2, 3.
That's much better. It's such a great idea. Let's give it up to Carla,
Carla!
everyone.
Nice one. Now remember, when you see the wolf, you're going to make that sound.
All right.
And, oh. Now I think we better get inside.
Oh, you know what to put down this little piggy twice?
Okay. And what sound are you gonna make when you see the wolf? All right, need it really loud.
Ah!
What is that?
This is one more alarm system. I call it a go bag. As in, you better go. There's a giant wolf outside.
Oh, that's interesting because you better go because there is a giant wolf outside.
Okay.
Come on, Clover. What's that supposed to even do?
You guys make the noise.
Quiet! I'm working here. Where are those little pigs? Oh, a straw house? A stick house? Ha ha! This is gonna be easy. Little pigs, let me in.
Not by the hair of our chinny chin chins.
Then I'll huff, and I'll blow your house in.
Samson!
Go, 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 go!
What? We want to shout!
Nice.
Yeah, we got her!
Oh, come on, guys, let me out of here.
Oh, did you hear that, Mason? The little wolfie wants us to let her go.
Come on, guys, it's hot in here.
Yeah, let her out, Samson. Come on.
All right.
Okay, how did you guys?
Well, they did great. Oh, that was a great sound. Give yourselves a great big round of applause. Thank you so much.
Oh, Mason, did you like my go bag idea?
Yeah, that was great.
Well, I think it's done.
Okay, folks, if you guys helping us spot that wolf, I think everything is going to be just fine.
I agree. Woody, I get it. The can line works.
Hi, hello. Is it me?
TV's here! What are we gonna do?
What are you worried? Your precious fire alarm won't work.
Okay, folks, I think we better go. Thank you so much for your help. I hope everything's going to work out for us. But whatever happens, please enjoy the rest of the Pumpkin Fest here at
All right, everybody, find your seats. We gotta get out of here. Hit the gas. We gotta get out of here before the wolf catches up with us. But it sounds like Little Red's got an update for us. 1 second.
And now we're getting an update on the situation at Pebble Ridge. Grandmother is live on the scene. Grandmother!
Good news from Pebble Ridge, my dear. The big bad wolf's big bad wave of destruction has been stopped by these 3 brave pigs.
Looks like all of Pumpkin Fest owes these 3 piglets a debt of gratitude. Thanks to them, we can all live happily ever after. And now, let's throw it back to your train conductor. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time on Little Red Riding Hood Storm Chaser.
made it out of there safely, and now we're on our way back home to the train depot. And speaking of being on our way, you guys may have noticed that we passed a little area. That is the quarry. Since the 1800s, people from all over the world have been getting our granite. We dynamite specialists and stone cutters have been taking it all over the world. Our granite can be found as nearby as the Federal Reserve Bank right here in Atlanta, Georgia. It was used in construction of the Capitol building in Havana, Cuba, and also the Imperial Hotel in Tokyo, Japan. Unfortunately, our quarry is no longer in service, but if you want to learn more about it, you can visit the quarry exhibit. The quarry exhibit will let you know where you can find stone-mounted granite in all 50 states. And more. Ladies and gentlemen, that train horn means that we are moving into the clearing, and you will see the laser lawn on your right, and you will see the carving on your left. Carving is certainly larger than life. The entire surface area of it covers almost as much space as 2 whole entire NFL football fields. Now for a little bit more perspective, the horse on the far left, named Blackjack, you can park 2 school buses on his neck. It's quite a quantity. If you look to your right-hand side, you will see the laser lawn, where you can see our glorious pumpkin tree and some of its projections. We will be having some lights and shows later on, so make sure to join us. If you see anybody on the laser lawn, make sure to smile and wave at them. Hello, everybody out there. It is a beautiful night here at Stone Mountain Park. But unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, our adventure has come to an end. Everybody say, aww. I know you guys, I'm gonna miss you. But ladies and gentlemen, as we pull into the train depot, everybody please stay seated until the train has come to a complete stop. Conductors will be making their way down to give you the signal to disembark and to open the gates for you. For your safety, please do not open the gates or disembark for yourself, and do not lean and or lean off the side of the train. Make sure to gather all of your personal belongings, and please help your children as you disembark. When the train comes to a stop and those gates are open, you're going to exit all the way to your right down by the red caboose. And on behalf of myself and the rest of my train crew, it has truly been a pleasure having every single one of you on board with us today. Once again, my name is Erica and Nicole, and you guys have a good evening and enjoy the rest of your day here at Stone Mountain Park.